17th. Okay.
Wow.
All right. It's January 17th.
And a very cold January 17th at that.
Very cold, but I guess not as cold as in some other places.
No, there's been some real cold snaps in some areas of the country.
But we hope you're warm and dry and have a yummy drink, breakfast, a treat.
Coffee, hot chocolate, tea.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. And, here we are, and it's Cherished Pieces, Tillsonburg, Ontario. For those who might just happen to find us.
Accidentally.
But most of you are tuning in because you know us.
That's right.
Because there's Erica and Galena. And geez, our poor Tammy last week did Wednesday and wasn't feeling the best, and then we didn't see her again until yesterday.
Yes.
The crud captured you, didn't it?
It did. It was my turn. I was the victim.
Yeah. So, not fun. Oh, look at that. There she is in Chestermere, Alberta. Marcia is.
And how cold is it there, Marcia?
Yeah, I bet very cold.
I saw some things about minus 39 a few days ago, so I don't know.
My side doors and my back door in my van are frozen.
My one for sure is. Yeah. It is a good day for sewing.
Yeah, so I don't know about how we're going to get that open, but we will be. We need to thaw a bit. There's Anne-Marie Wilson, too. Well. At least you're not all under the covers.
Well,
snuggling in bed.
Hopefully not. No.
Yeah. Anyway, do you have some things to show for door prizes?
Okay, my first door prize is a panel, if I can get it open. It's that panel, and then there's a second side. So it'd be fun to do something with.
It would.
And I have a black and white garden book.
This is This is a lovely book. It's got all kinds of good projects in it.
And then I have 7 colorful, springy fat quarters.
Well, that's a nice
3,
assortment.
6, 7. Yeah, so maybe put some sunshine in your space.
Marcia did answer. She said it was a balmy minus 16.
Oh, that might be better than here. I don't know.
We're about, it was minus 13 this morning, I think I noticed.
Well, there you go. We know the weather
changes. But it probably feels colder.
Yeah. Well, maybe first thing in the morning when you're coming out of a warm house, everything is very cold, right? So make a comment, and we will put your name in the draw, and we'll do that at the end.
Okay. Yeah.
Into this?
Sure.
Right. We just wanted to remind you about the paper piecing class. So we have a second date for this intro to paper piecing, Thursday, February 1st, from 9:30 to 3:30. The first one filled up pretty quick. So we're offering another date for you for that. And then paper piecing part 2 is the triple leaves.
This is a Judy Niemeyer pattern.
That one is Saturday, February 24th from 9 to 2:30.
And we're able to keep the price for the pattern the same as the first one at $20. So that'll give you your pattern and your papers.
Okay.
For the class. Okay.
So that could be something new and challenging for you to tackle this year. I know everyone usually has something they want to try this year, or they have some goals, right?
Yeah,
so that could be
this
one of them.
colorway is interesting because we did it instead of doing like fall or green. We picked some different colors. So.
Yeah. Okay, and you can email us or call us about that, and we can give you more information.
We're putting that on the webpage, right?
Yeah, it is on the webpage. Maybe not the second one yet because we didn't have it finished, but we'll get that up too.
Great.
All right.
We have a lovely new book in stock. This is Celebrate with Quilts by Lisa Alexander and Susan Ake. And there are 88 pages of different patterns. And then she has 92 different quilts and the patterns to go with them.
92?
I think it was 92.
That's a lot.
There's a lot in this book. And just beautiful. But they're all using these lovely blocks that they have all the details for here. And this book is $46. And I know that there have been some people that have been really looking forward to this arriving. So it has come in. And
I agree with Julie. I love looking through quilt books. Sometimes it's just to look at the colors, maybe to think of some fabric you have at home that inspires you. Oh, that's what I could do with it, right?
yeah,
They're
and
just really good.
And then just sometimes it's like, no, that's a block I'd like to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and how effective is that? And the new block book is here. And she's got some good projects in here as usual. So our Missouri Star magazines, and they're still at, and she always has some other information in them, are still at $9. So anyway, some good projects, and this book is back in stock.
Great. I also wanted to remind you that we have the CAFE yardage in fat quarters. So if you're just looking for a little fat quarter for a project, you can pick and choose. If you don't feel like getting yardage, it's a great way to get a few pieces and do something with them.
Yes.
And they're $4.50? $4.50 each.
And we have, this is so darling.
Oh, yeah, we're been looking at some Easter stuff.
And it's just a good time to plan. Did we bring the yardage for that Easter stuff out?
Yeah, it's right over here.
Oh, okay, good.
I'm just going to pull this down here a little bit more so they can see. And I just love the little bug with the bunnies in it. That's fun.
And look at the bunny and the carrot. And is it the same on the other side?
No, it isn't.
Okay.
See, there you go. Get the little truck.
So this panel is $16. It's 24 by 44. And with 8 different panels. Oh, look at that. That looks like our little Murphy dog. Murphy out west.
Yeah. Okay, so there's that panel.
And then there is a really pretty placemat panel. And you get 6 of these. They're 12 by 22 for $18.
They're very fresh and springy.
We put something fun on the back, but
we got ours long arm just so that we could get some more of the floral design in it, but you could quilt that yourself. And they'd be really fun to dress your Easter table. Or your spring. You know, They don't say Easter. They're spring, actually.
yeah, just something to do ahead to make you feel good.
Okay.
They would make nice pillows.
And so then some yardage that goes with it are those eggs. Those are fun. This Easter plaid. And then there's the polka dot. So you could have some fun with those.
And these are 18 a yard, right? Yeah, I was just looking at the end.
How much was the placemat panel?
The placemat panel was 18, and the panels with the bunnies on them were 16.
Okay. Right. Okay. I thought today maybe we would talk about cutters, because we all have them. Sometimes we're needing a new one, or we're not sure what one to get. So I was just going to go through all the different cutters we have. I think most people start off with a 45 millimeter. That's kind of the standard one that you buy. It just clicks open. There's different ones. There's ergonomic ones. There's this one from Havel. They all open slightly different and close, but they're the 45 mil. They're the most common that you use for like just everyday cutting, your yardage and stuff. So we have this Olfa one. It just slides open, and then of course you're pushing that back to close it.
This one you're just...
The Havel one has a little lock feature on the back that you push to open, and then in order to activate the blade you need to push down. Oh, I think I locked it now. You need to push down and then, cut. And it's also got a thicker handle, so if you like to hold more in your hand because your hands are sore, or, you have some finger issues, that's a nice, comfortable one to hold. And also, you can lock it, so if it falls or you've got kids around, they're not going to be able to use it.
And if you forget to lock it, the blade is covered as soon as you
stop pressing down.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, so
that's a nice feature.
that's a good feature. We also have Creative Grids has one, and it's a weighted cutter.
Yeah.
So it's quite heavy in your hand, but a lot of people like it because then you don't have to push down as much. The other thing that's really good is you can either open it to the left or to the right, depending on if you're right-handed or left-handed.
This has become my favorite, and it's because of the weight and not having to push as hard.
Yeah, and this one is also very easy to change. You just unclick that.
Yeah, it's an easy to change. I think that one is too.
This one you still have to unscrew.
Okay, there's a...
Yeah, so some of them, people get a little worried about changing the blades. You have to be careful that you don't cut yourself. But if you're very careful and just take it apart, I always lay mine out. If I'm unscrewing it, I lay the screw down. Then the next part I take off. So I know the sequence to put it back so I'm not missing any pieces. And then, of course, there's a 60 millimeter cutter. And we get that after a while because we realize when you're trimming a quilt or you're cutting through lots of layers, you just need more area in your blade to cut through those layers.
Also, if you're doing any machine embroidery and if you're using the Trimmer by George, you need a 60 millimeter blade to be able to use that ruler.
I also find, like with flannels, or if you're cutting jean or any of those fabrics that are thicker, like minky, prefer something where you're not fighting against the center of it, right?
Yeah, that's a very good point.
There's also, when you're getting into smaller work, like applique, or you're doing curves where you need to be very precise, you're working with maybe smaller templates.
Yep.
There's a 28 millimeter, there's an 18 millimeter. And so those are great because the bulky ones don't always feel comfortable and are hard to work with. And we have blades for those, and they work the same as the bigger ones, changing them. And then there is also the Martelli cutters. Now, I don't use these ones. Bill is a big fan of these. He always grabs his.
Yeah, it's very ergonomic, and it's he really likes it.
It's
and
right
we have a
and
lot
left.
of
Yeah,
we have
so-
a lot of people. I think Kathy Snelling loves hers. I can think of others that just love that blade, love that cutter.
Yeah, once you get the hang of how you're going to hold it to use it, it is different than using one of these.
Mm-hmm.
So there's right and left. So if you're left-handed, you get one for your left hand and one for your right, which sometimes doesn't work so well with the other ones. So that's a good option with these. And what else do I have? Oh, we also have the little Shark applique cutter. So definitely for applique, little tiny pieces. This is a great little tool. By Rob Apple.
Yep. He is now designing fabric. I'm trying to think of who he's designing fabric for. I think Benertex. He has his first line of fabric coming out with him.
Now with blades too, you can get different style blades. That's like a pinking blade. I guess we didn't bring those, but
we also had one that cut the digits. Like
dashes. You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are, if you're looking for a certain tool, something's not working, you can always ask us. We might know, or we can direct you. We carry the blades for replacements.
Yes.
And when I was watching videos on cutting, they're like, when should you change the blade on your cutter? And one of the first things that they said is if you start to notice that your fabric is kind of fraying or it looks chewed, so we got to stop pushing down and plowing through. It's time to change your blade.
Yeah, and you want to be careful because sometimes that also we wear through a lot of blades depending on our mat also.
Yes.
Because if you have a really soft mat, some of these white mats, it just chews right into them, and that really eats up your blades.
The older mats too,
Yeah.
like they've developed better mats now.
Yeah. Or if you've got a big groove in them, you move over a couple so you're not using that same groove, because that's very hard on your blades and hard on your hand, your wrist also.
Well, that's I think the next thing is when you start to notice you're really tired after cutting, and it's probably you need a new blade. And then when we change it, we're like, oh, why didn't I do that sooner?
Exactly.
So,
and we have different blades. We have Olfa and Clover and Omnigrid,
Havel.
At Havel. Now, Havel, I like, and I like the price point because we're getting, what, 3 blades?
For $14.
For the 45 millimeter. And I find they're lasting as long as anything else. So, anyway.
Yeah, so there you go. A little bit of a cutter refresher.
Thanks, Tammy.
Welcome.
We have some really pretty loom fabric that arrived. Kind of thinking of spring. And
So Deb is asking, how do you dispose of used blades? I usually wrap them, or no, actually, I keep one of my containers with the old blades, when they start to go. If you have an extra one, I keep them in there until it's full, then I tape that shut.
Yeah.
And then I toss it.
And sometimes if I don't have that, I will take, wider packing tape or duct tape and wrap it really carefully all the way around it. So I know nothing's going to be hurt with that.
You can also get a sharps container from a pharmacy. They'll give them to you. And then you have a spot for your blades, your pins, your needles, broken sewing machine needles, anywhere.
That's a good idea,
Perfect.
too.
I had no idea.
Sit it on your shelf, pop them in there, and it'll take you a lifetime to fill it. And then the pharmacy can dispose of them properly.
I think that is wonderful. I did not know that.
There you go.
Yeah, Susan also says that her pharmacy lets them put it in with her.
Yeah, but that would be just, if they're going to give them to you free of charge to have one in your sewing room. What a great idea.
Yeah, because you just don't want to cut yourself.
I think I'm going to see if I can get one for my retreats. Because people are often,
that's a really good idea.
to have there.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
For needles, pins, sometimes pins get bent and you don't know where to...
Oh, yeah. Bent pins, yeah.
Yeah.
And broken needles, for sure.
So we thought we would put almost like a little 3-yard kit together with the looms. So that's why we... See if you can... I think it's stuck. There you go.
Yeah, I was winding the fabric out.
Well, they're pretty. The looms, the colors are nice and vibrant.
Erica takes hers to the dump on Hazardous Waste Day.
She's a good citizen.
I know. I like the way she spelled hazardous waste. It was like, Erica, if you look at that, it was WAIST. So a hazardous waste. I think John Lawrence could have a little fun with that.
Says the English major.
That's just funny because I'm going to be seeing Erica at the retreat this weekend, so we'll have a little fun with that. Hazardous waste.
All right, there's some fun little alligators, crocodiles, fun little creatures.
How much is it?
Oh, 14.
And
then you have some...
Aren't those are just, that just would be so much fun.
It would be a neat surprise when you open a pouch or a bag or a backpack. Mm-hmm. Fun little surprise.
And look at this one with sort of...
the little people, the little animals. What were they called? Do you remember? No. Put the sticker over it. So smart.
And we have some cute little faces here too.
All right.
This one's 14 also.
It might say on the selvage.
I'm sure somebody knows already before we do.
This one's Fisher Price.
Let's play.
Okay, that one's...
Let's play.
Okay, what's that one say?
It's got a pretty salvage for people who collect salvages. Let's play. So that would be some fun things. All right.
Okay, so I think we have some things on your side still.
Okay, I have wide backs. So there's, I think we've had this one before, but it was popular. It's a beautiful red. It's from Benartex.
And these are 108 inches. Boy, I know, it's a real...
Getting the beasts onto the table.
They weigh a lot.
So this is a blue. Yeah, that looks better. A softer blue. Same pattern. Okay, I'll take that off.
Hi, Carol. I guess we're going to be seeing you soon.
And then there's this dapple blue, I think. Kind of looks like brush.
And these
brush
are
dabs.
$29 a yard.
This one was a really good one too.
And we have this really pretty line called Murano. I have to think of the designer's name. Oh my gosh, I can't even pronounce it. I shouldn't have said that. From Free Spirit. But look at this.
That mosaic, yeah.
Look.
They're
And
nice and cheerful.
I know Cheryl kind of went, ooh. And
She bought some yesterday.
Yeah,
she had to have some. Oh, I like that one.
look at this.
Just something fun and different. There we go.
So we've got this kind of it's just very pretty and very different.
This could be fun fussy cut too.
Yes.
You know, if you're doing something, you could cut out that circle with that motif for like the roses. Yeah. Could be a fun one.
And I think we have a back, a wide back that we've held back. I like the way we put that. That I think when Louise saw this, she went, oh.
And that could go with it. It's not from that line, but it definitely has all those colors.
And that it could be a really stunning wide back with that quilt. So with those fabrics. Anyway,
Right.
did you want to talk about this?
Oh, yes. So we have the set sale kit behind us. We have this hanging in the store. It's 61 by 75. And the kit includes the top, all the fabrics for the top, and your binding. It's $150.
Yeah, and that features a lot of the Kate fabrics and we showed you the Kate fat quarters earlier.
Yeah, so you can see how they all play nicely.
They do. And Tammy, you look good with the quilt today, but I really clash. Oh my gosh. It's so funny. Do we have show and tell today, Arlene?
We do.
Okay. It's always fun.
That's Sue.
Yeah.
Must have missed that one.
You, honey, you
I missed a few things.
You missed a lot. And we missed you, just so you know.
That's always fun to see.
Yeah, she did a lovely job on this quilt. Oh, and there is...
Heather, right?
it's Heather with her beginner quilt. And you have to zoom in and look at the quilting too. It's just... She was just so pleased, and she did such a beautiful job.
And it's a king size, isn't
It
it?
is, and it's her first sewing project. Her very first.
Big, go big or go home.
And Heather is buying... She did this quilt on her featherweight.
Yes, you brought it to class every day.
And
It's very good.
yeah, and then she said she got another featherweight for Christmas.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
at 222. So she's really loving her featherweights. So just so you know, you can make big quilts with these featherweights, and she did a lovely job. It's always so nice when you see people start and get excited and away they go.
And then this was an email we received from Kayla. She had been in the store in the summertime or in the fall and had fallen in love with the 3-yard kit and took it home. This was her first kit that she made on her own. She said, I think with her mom's guidance in the back. But she made that, and so it looked really pretty.
And we really are so pleased that she thought to send us a picture.
Yeah, that's
because we
great.
we love to see what you've done.
So I think she'll be back.
Yeah, I think she's from a distance, but she said next time she's in the area, she'd be in. Oh, and look at this one.
A kaleidoscope. Oh, the name is... I know the name. It's escaping me. I'm so sorry. If somebody knows, please put it in the comments. We'd like to give her credit.
Because
But it was beautiful.
It is beautiful.
And I think on the day it was like a quick show and tell, and then she was out. Yeah.
And that's a lot of work.
I've done a kaleidoscope before. They're fun. Yeah, a long time ago. All right. I think it's store price time. So let's do the panel first.
Julie Jansen McLeland.
Okay, Julie, congratulations.
And then the black and white book.
Is Glenna Reynolds.
Congratulations, Glenna.
And the little fun fat quarters.
Is Natalie, and I'm going to say the last name wrong, Abramovich. We'll put it on the page.
So, because we don't want to really butcher the last names here, but...
So congratulations, Natalie.
Yeah, because we haven't had an opportunity to see the name to practice it in our heads.
No,
before we
so
say it.
we'll put it in the comments, and you can let us know if you're going to pick it up or if you need it mailed.
Great.
All right.
Oh, and we should mention our specials this month.
Oh,
still,
yes. Yeah.
Because we have our clearance is 25% off our lowest price, and all of our Lori Holt, whether it be pre-cuts or kits and yardage, are all 25% off this month.
It's great stuff still there.
Yeah, lots of still good selection.
All right.
So,
we hope to see you out.
yeah, just dress warm, drive safely.
All right. Have a great week.